Hello, it's Margaret Munoz here, and I'm going to be doing some tapping on emotional shock today. First of all, I want to make it quite clear that I'm not talking about the medical condition of shock, which comes about from receiving serious injury, and that's a life-threatening emergency which needs medical care. I'm talking about the stress response that we have on hearing traumatic news or being party to some sort of traumatic event. And most of us have had a lot of those happen to us in our life. You might have got a phone call saying that your child was in hospital, or you've received a diagnosis of some serious, maybe life-threatening illness. You have been betrayed by a partner. You've suddenly been sacked. There's all sorts of things where we tend to go into this stress response. So we might feel numb, we're in disbelief, we can't sleep, we can't think properly. Everybody processes it in different ways. But what I've discovered from working with many people is that this sort of shock response stays in our body for long periods of time. And I found that it can be immensely beneficial to do what I call a big tapping, so a big clearing. So if anybody comes to me who has experienced any shock, it might have been a long time ago, I always work on the shock aspect first to clear that before I start to work with the different elements of the traumatic event. So that's what we're going to do today. Now, what I suggest you do, that if you have been a party to a really traumatic event, that you don't do this on your own, that you seek help for it. If you choose to tap with me, then I ask you to take a responsibility for your emotional health, and please keep tapping. Whatever you do, keep tapping, because keeping tapping will clear it. And so as we tap, you might find different sensations, moving through your body. Just let them pass through. I find if people just allow them to pass through, that they end up in this very calm, peaceful state. Now, some of the things I say, you might think, oh, that's a really strange sort of thing to say. But what I'm looking to do is to clear anywhere that this sort of shock response can be lodged in the body. We want to clear it out. And so it's quite a long tapping. Usually when I see individuals, of course, I individualize, I personalize it to the particular person's circumstance. Today we're going to do a generalized tapping, which everybody can use. So first of all, I suggest that you think about a particular instance where you did feel shock, and that you'd like to clear that. And then we're just going to start tapping on it. So we'll tap on the karate chop spot and say, even though I've experienced this shock, I'm ready to clear it now. Even though I've experienced this shock on all the different levels of my body, it's time for me to release it. Even though I feel this shock, it might have been a long time ago, but I'm ready to clear it all now. I'm releasing this shock from every cell in my body, from my physical body, from my emotional body, from my mental body, from my energetic body, from my spiritual body. I'm releasing this shock from my nervous system, from my digestive system, from my respiratory system, from my heart and my circulatory system. I'm releasing all this shock from my endocrine system. And I'm allowing the levels of adrenaline and cortisol to come back down to normal and come into balance. I'm releasing this shock from my reproductive system, from my lymphatic system, from my immune system, and from my urinary system. I'm releasing this shock from my bones, ligaments, tendons, cartilages, muscles. I'm releasing this shock from all of my senses, from my eyes and my vision, from my ears and my hearing, from my nose and my sense of smell, from my mouth and my sense of taste, from my skin and my sense of touch. I'm releasing this shock from my energy system, from my aura, from all my chakras, and from wherever it's been stored in my meridian system. As I tap, I allow it all to release. I'm releasing this shock from my family and all my ancestors. I'm releasing this shock from all my past lives, from my present life, and any future lives that I may have. I'm releasing the deepest causes of this shock. I'm releasing all the causes of this shock. I allow myself to go free from all this shock right now. I'm setting myself free. It's good for me to be free from this shock. I choose calm. I choose peace. I choose relaxation. And then take a deep breath in and blow it all out. I want to close your eyes for a moment if you've been watching the screen, and just tune into your body. And just notice what you're feeling now. You can also use this tapping for any other intense emotions that you have. So sometimes I use it when somebody's particularly stuck in anger or sadness. So this is a very useful tapping to clear the body of whatever's happening or whatever is stored in it. So I hope that's helpful for you. Please let me know how you go. Bye.